Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through my Gameweek 11 team selection, transfer plans and thoughts heading into this game week. If you missed the Gameweek 11 captains video or the top 100 all-time FPL managers video, make sure you give those a watch too. Links will be on screen at the end. Let's jump straight into it. We'll start with a quick look back at how Gameweek 10 went. 69 points all out, which was a green arrow from 1.5k to 323rd in the world. Heading into Monday night's game we were as high as 122nd, but without any Wolves or Everton players, a small drop post-match. The call to start RAMSDALE over Foster paid off as he made 8 saves, kept a clean sheet and picked up 2 bonus. Despite only starting for Arsenal from Game Week 4 onwards, he's now the 5th highest scoring goalkeeper and has the 2nd highest points per match after Mendy, ignoring those keepers who've only made single appearances. REECE James had an explosive game week, scoring twice with just an expected goal of 0.17, which was the biggest XG over performance in Game Week 10. Elsewhere, the rest of the defence disappointed with Trent, Cancelo and Diaz all conceding. Salah got an assist as captain for a 10-pointer, but his effective ownership was 199%, which subsequently meant there was next to no effect on our rank. Smith Rowe delivered again, as did RAPHINHA. Livramento returned for the 6th time in his last 7 appearances, but we got the benching decision wrong as both him and his teammate Armstrong were routed to the bench. We'll have another benching headache for Game Week 11 which we'll get to shortly. At rank 323rd, the pressure is on. If you'd like to follow my team and content this season, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. On to the Game Week 11 team selection and transfer plans. RAMSDALE starts in goal off the back of a 10-pointer and has a good looking fixture against Watford in Game Week 11. Arsenal are 3rd on the clean sheet odds with a 43% chance of shutting the Hornets out. Since he came into the Arsenal starting 11, he's kept 4 clean sheets and 7, which can only be bettered by Chelsea's 5. Likewise, over that period, Arsenal's 4 goals conceded is the 2nd best in the league after Chelsea. Trent starts for the fixture against West Ham and he still tops a bunch of metrics among defenders including chances created, corners, crosses and expected assists. In 8 appearances he's hit double-digit points 3 times already. Despite a disappointing Game Week 10, there's always hope for a Trent haul and he's an easy season keeper. REECE James is currently the best value player in the game, returning 9.8 points per million. He's also joint 3rd for points per match and now has 4 goals and 2 assists. Tuchel benched in midweek in the Champions League, which is a promising sign and hopefully an indication of a rest before another start against Burnley. On the road, Burnley is 2nd worst in the league after Norwich for expected goals conceded on 10.15 XGC. They haven't kept a single clean sheet on the road and have given up a big chance every 36 minutes. Not that James has shown he needs them with his XG over performance in Game Week 10. CANCELO completes a back 3 in defence for the fixture against Man United that looks very difficult to predict. Man United got a convincing win against Tottenham last week when they needed an immediate response and certainly won't want to slow down their momentum. Cancelo is 2nd among defenders for expected goal involvement after Trent on 2.75 XGI and has taken 44 more touches in the final third than any other defender. Salah gets the armband for Game Week 11. He's in phenomenal form this season and is hard to resist with the captaincy, despite some very reasonable alternative options in Game Week 11. Salah is top for predicted points this game week and he faces a West Ham side who have been a mixed bag defensively, keeping 3 clean sheets in total, and have conceded twice 4 times. Foden played the full 90 in Game Week 10 for the 4th consecutive game, and in those 4 it was the only game week he's not returned. However, Laporte's red card meant City were down to 10 men for half the game, which hindered his chances of a return. We've been very fortunate with Pep rotation thus far and we'll hope that can continue with Foden and Cancelo this week. As mentioned, it's a tough game to call, but Foden's shown how high his ceiling is on his day and it's a no-brainer to start him. Smith Rowe faces Watford, who are 2nd worst on the clean sheet odds after Burnley, with an 11.5% chance of a clean sheet according to the bookies. He's been a very important cog in an Arsenal machine that has found form, and they now haven't lost in 10 games in all competitions. He's great value even after his increase to 5.6 and affordable enough to the point that he's benchable for the Liverpool away game in Game Week 12 if need be. RAPHINHA has done especially well considering the teammates he's been missing for a lot of this season, including Bamford, Ayling, Firpo and others. Despite that, he has 4 goals and faces Leicester, who have not been great defensively, conceding 17 goals, which is the 5th most of all teams. Leicester have given up 103 shots in the box, which is also the 2nd worst among all sides. That said, RAPHINHA is the type of player capable of producing in any week, and will hope for another return in Gameweek 11. Armstrong gets the nod after a good performance last week. He created a big chance for Che Adams, which wasn't converted, but on another day he walks away with 2 assists. He himself had 1 big chance, 4 shots in the box, 8 touches in the penalty area, and he had the highest expected goal involvement among all forwards in Gameweek 10. With this in mind, it would be silly not to give him a second chance. TONEY's another player we'll give another chance or two. His last goal came back in Gameweek 5, however he faces Norwich, who we've widely discussed as a team to target and leaking goals. Norwich are still 2nd worst after Newcastle for expected goals conceded on 18.6 XGC. He faces both Newcastle and Norwich in his next 2, so this is his last chance to get something, or he could make way soon. Antonio completes the starting 11 despite the fixture against Liverpool. Brighton showed us last week that Liverpool can concede even against lesser opponents. Fabinho is a big miss when he's not in their team and was certainly missed in Gameweek 10. If he's out for Gameweek 11, it makes the decision to start him a little easier. Antonio is way out in front for expected goal involvement among all forwards on 7.45 XGI, second being Vardy on 4.87 XGI. The bench is Foster, Livramento, Diaz and Norman. We discussed how Livramento could punish us again, but if there was any player we'd potentially drop, it would be Armstrong or Antonio, so we'll favour the attackers. The current transfer plan is Diaz to Reguilon, which gives us enough money to move Norman to Son or any forward to Kane in Gameweek 12. With Conte's arrival, he'll undoubtedly improve them defensively, and will likely refer to one of his tried and tested formations with 3 at the back and wing backs. Tottenham's fixtures look great from Gameweek 12, so Reguilon's an early ticket to a hopeful new manager bounce, and it also gives us a week to assess Conte's first game in charge before choosing between Son and Kane. Son is currently 17.5% owned and Kane is 6.5% owned, and in my opinion both are standout picks to move up the ranks as low ownership but high ceiling players. As always, I'll post my final team on my channel and on Twitter. I've got an exciting video in the works to post over the international break, so make sure you're subscribed for that too. If you're interested in the team selection of the top 100 all-time FPL managers or the Gameweek 11 captain picks video, both videos are on screen now. I'll read every comment, so let me know in the comments how your Gameweek 10 went and what your plan is for Gameweek 11. Lastly, please remember to like this video and hit subscribe.